got the tripod. Let's go figure out what's going on with this exhaust. There she is, sitting pretty. Just waiting. Last video, we tucked the headlight harness and the ABS harness. Came out pretty clean, not too bad, but I'm really excited to get a lot of the exhaust stuff and the little stuff that needs to be done finished up. But let's get this exhaust, or these exhaust pieces, laid out. All right. All right, guys, so we've got the exhaust components laid out. I am substituting my muffler for my girlfriend's muffler just for the sake of showing you guys essentially what's going on. But to start out, we have got our 3-bolt flange that's going to go to our K-tuned header. And then we have got a 2.5 to 3-inch adapter. So this is going to grow from 2.5 to 3-inch. We have got a 3-inch exhaust cutout. Cool thing about this cutout is that it's actually got 2 flaps, one for each side. So when this side is open, this side is closed. When this side is open, this side is closed. So it actually helps to redirect exhaust flow. Is this boring? I'm sorry. But like I was saying, it actually helps to divert exhaust flow. Now we have our round to oval transition piece, and then we've got an oval, a 3-inch oval. I want to say that was a 60-degree bend, which will allow the exhaust to have no restrictions once coming out of this pipe, and it'll dump directly out of the side of the car. The rear wheel actually will be somewhere right there, so it'll be right in front of the rear wheel. Now, when the exhaust dump is not open, this piece right here will flow through normally. It'll go through this 3-inch tubing to our vibrant ultra quiet resonator. And then after our resonator, it is going to reduce back down to 2.5-inch from 3-inch. And the reason that it's reducing back down to 2.5-inch is because I actually have a Mugen twin loop muffler sitting on my girlfriend's Integra right now, but that is what we're going to use for our exhaust. And as you can see, I got Alyssa a 2.5-inch K-tune turn down muffler for her car. So hopefully she likes it, but I'm getting my muffler back. But this is essentially what we're going to be running for an exhaust setup. So again, we've got our K-tuned header that'll go to that flange, and then that is our exhaust cutout. When the exhaust cutout is closed, it'll travel through that section of pipe, hitting our 3-inch resonator, and then reducing back down to 2.5-inch, where it then goes through our Mugen twin loop, or in this case right now, this K-tuned turn down. And then back here, when our exhaust cutout is open, transitions from round to oval, where it comes straight out and it'll dump out of the side skirt. So I'm pretty excited about that. I have, like I just, have been mentioning, we have all the exhaust pieces. We're just waiting for the side skirt. Once the side skirt gets here, we'll take the car to Humble Performance and we'll have that fabrication work done. So I'm super excited about that. Another little project that I've been working on. This one is interesting, but as you guys know, the theme with the Integra is track. Circuit racing, we're doing like not a time attack, but a track style build. So as you can see, I've got a set of canards on the car. We've got a Dev Sport front splitter. We've got our vented fenders, vented hood. I want to do a Mugen Gen 2 style wing. If not a Gen 2, then maybe going to like a Jay's Racing style wing. But I bought a diffuser and I didn't like how small it was. So I started adding on to it, and this is essentially where I'm at so far. So as you can see, that's just like your normal ABS plastic, your universal diffuser. I want to say it was like 75 bucks on eBay. I went and got some popsicle sticks and some hot glue, and I just kind of started experimenting, seeing what I could do, and you know, different ideas. And this is actually the third rendition that I have done. I think I've got another one sitting right here. Yeah, this is one that I was trying out last night, so you guys can kind of get an idea. I was really going for it, but yeah, trying some things out, but ended up with this little design. I'm actually really digging it. Obviously it's a rough draft. I'm gonna clean it up quite a bit once I convert it into sheet metal, but yeah, this is something that you guys can look forward to seeing here in the near future. I am going to be building a custom rear diffuser for the Integra. I want it to span the length of the car. Obviously I haven't done this side yet. I'm waiting because I don't know exactly how the Mugen twin loop is gonna sit. If you guys know anything about these Mugen twin loops, you know that they're actually a little bit bigger than your average little fart can muffler. So come up under here. She needs to wash her car, dang. But as you can see, it's pretty big, so I don't know how it's gonna fit under there. So I figured I'd probably wait until we get the muffler on the car, and then from there we'll build the other side. From what I can see right now, I don't think that I'm gonna be able to do two fins. I think this fin right here on that side will be deleted, and it'll just be an open space for the muffler to kind of sit right in between there. But another thing I was thinking about is I also want to make this a little bit longer. So you can see it doesn't really come out to the edge of the wheel there. So I was thinking if I extended it like 2, maybe 3 inches, would look a little bit better, and it would also help with fitment for my muffler. But only time will tell. We'll see once it's all said and done. But that's just kind of a little update on the Integra and the exhaust stuff that I've got going on. I wanted to keep my uploads a little more frequent. Waiting on the US postal system is tragic sometimes, but parts are here, so we'll be back on it. One thing that I did do while I was waiting, went ahead and got all my seatbelt stuff figured out. So my seatbelts, they weren't bolted in or anything like that, but now I can sit in the car, safely buckle myself in. One thing that I do need to do while, I guess I could do this while we're waiting to have the fab work done, but I need to pull this back out. I have a carbon fiber insert coming from GPR Auto, so I'm super stoked about that. That should clean up the interior quite a bit and, you know, make it look a little more race car like. But I have a little fan switch back here that you can see, and that's how I turn on the fan for the car. I have it on a switch because when you're sitting in the lanes at the track, it's beneficial to be able to run your fan to cool the car down, you know, just to get your IETs down. But nonetheless, what I want to do is cut a little hole in here so that way it actually will, whoops, it'll sit in the face of that, that radio delete plate, so we don't have to worry about moving stuff around to, you know, turn the coolant fan on and off. So that'll just kind of sit right here, and I'll be able to flip it just like so once we're all done. But I'm gonna order another one of those just in case I don't do it right the first time, so we don't have to worry about potentially messing one up and then having to wait for something to come in the mail to redo it. So I'm probably gonna order that today. But other than that, the interior on the Integra is looking fire. I'm super excited. I gotta put in the kicker panels down there still. I have them, they're sitting over there and in that container over there, but we gotta flock that. I have to reflock the glove box. That one had some issues, so we're gonna go ahead and reflock it. My flocking kit should be here in a couple of days. Well, it'll actually probably be here next week, but once the flocking kit gets here, we'll finish flocking up the little things that need to be finished in the interior of the car. So the Integra is getting done. Like, we're getting really close. We're getting so close that I'm kind of thinking that I might just need to go buy an alternator for the Type R, pull this bad girl back in, and start working on her again. Went and hung out with my buddy Joe. I really should have taken a little video of his car. He's got a nice, it's a 96 Integra RS. He's got an LS VTEC, poor man's Type R, GSR block with a B16 head. He's running like 15, 16 pounds of boost. I want to say it made like 450. It made 500 horsepower on like 21 pounds at Humble Performance like a year and a half ago, but car's been down quite a bit. He's broken it like 7 times now, but he got it up and running. He's super excited to have the car back up and running, and he got it up and running just in time for this car to you know, get close or close-ish. So I really want to get this thing done so we can go and do some cruising with Joe and get some good content there. But that's just kind of where we're at right now with the Integra and the Integra build. I would say a couple of weeks and we'll be driving it regularly, but until then we're just kind of waiting. You can see over here the CRX's motor is on the stand. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of that. We're gonna do a Type S oil pump, and then Follow's gonna go through the transmission and just make sure that everything is copacetic. So that's something that we've got going on in the future also. I think when we drop the Integra off for fab work, I'll probably take the block and transmission in at the same time, and then go ahead, have Follow do his magic on that stuff. Once we get that back, we're gonna throw the Integra back, or sorry, the CRX back together. I'm gonna buy a nice radiator for it. I'm gonna buy a header for it, and we're just gonna get it running basically in stock form. I do need to get a collector for the exhaust manifold. I don't know, maybe we'll work on getting the hood exit built too while we're at it. But I got really big news. I think I'm gonna wait until this next video to reveal it, but coming home. All right, here's the rough draft. That is the piece I bought off of eBay, and then this is just what I made out of popsicle sticks and wood. But I'm gonna go get a brake tomorrow and some sheet metal, and we are gonna make this out of sheet metal, and then we're gonna put a couple of brackets that go from this bumper support. It'll probably go off of the edge of that bumper support right there, or near where the exhaust hanger is. But we'll have a bracket come down for that side. We'll have one come down here, we'll have one come down there, and then we'll have one come down on the end. And then we'll also bolt it to these tabs right there. This one needs to be bent back up, but we'll bend it up to match that one, and then we'll bolt it down there too. We're gonna cut a hole here so that way this kind of comes up about 1.5 to 2 inches higher. So I actually don't want it this low, but overall I think it looks pretty rad. I'm excited with my rough draft for my splitter.